So how do you make money move in your favor? So in this episode, we'll explore the different type of investment available to you. So investing isn't just about putting money somewhere and of course hoping for the best. You know, it's all about using the right tool for the job. I'm Melvin Esteban, and today we're gonna break down the different type of investments for you so that you can pick the right tools for your financial goals. So in our last episode, we talked about how investing is like using the right tools to build a strong financial future. Now, let's talk about what's inside your financial toolbox. You know, there's a lot of investments out there. So in this episode, we're gonna talk about the most common ones. Well, I think by far and large, ang pinaka-popular talaga is the stock market, also known as equities. So what is equities? Well, siguro the long and short of it is equities is being part owner of a company. When you are now part owner of the company, normally how do you make money? So number one, pag lumago yung negosyong yon, tataas din yung value ng shares mo. The second one is as the company continues to earn, yung pera na yon, some of the earnings, he give it back to the shareholders, which is you. Yeah? This is what we call as dividends. Okay? Normally also, common shares or stocks is perceived to be the most risky. So, pwedeng umakyat yung price ng stock, but at the same time, posible rin bumagsak yung price ng stocks. Okay, the second naman is what we call as bonds, or tinatawag natin na debt instruments. Now, mas simple to, mas less volatile. Merong isang company, kailangan umutang, ikaw ngayon ang papautang sa kanila. Now, nung pinautang mo sila, syempre, meron kang hihingi kapalit. Ano yun? Syempre, in time, dapat binabayaran ka niya ng interest. Yung third is, you know, this is very popular, especially for the Filipinos, no? Real estate naman to. So, anong pinaka-challenge mo pag bumili ka ng lupa? Di ba, ang laki ng presyo? So, if you do not have that much money, but you still want to expose yourself in the real estate market, there's another equivalent of that one. Ang tawag naman dyan ay REITs. So REITs stands for Real Estate Investment Trust. What happens there is that they pool your money, bibili niya ngayon ng property. Now, being part of the REIT, if the price of the property inside that REIT goes up, then you make money. Of course, equivalently, is it possible na bumaba rin yun? Yes. So you see, like land, like stocks, like bonds, these assets potentially can go up, can also potentially go down. Okay, so as a general rule, this is always what I recommend. Very important is the power of diversification. Some of your investment to be placed in short term, some in medium term, and some in long term. So for you to appreciate it better, let's put it into an example. So Mr. Juan and Miss Maria, okay, they recently got married. Anak nila maliliit pa. Okay, isang 9 years old, isang 11 years old. They're very willing to start their nest egg already. Okay, so first is how much are you willing to set aside already? So yun, natabi na natin. Second, is there an expectation of an immediate purchase in the near term? So sabi niya, wala naman Melvin. In fact, ang next goal ko is to be able to buy a nice property eventually para sa mga kids ko. But I'm only looking at this siguro mga 5 to 7 years from now pa naman. Now I know there's no immediate need for cash, then therefore I can deploy a bigger percentage of their investment, let's say in the equity market. Bakit? Kasi because of time horizon, mahaba pa naman, I don't mind the volatility. In that particular scenario, I'd probably put around 30 to 50% in equities. Now, I'll probably add a little in bonds, do about 35%, and the rest, I'll put it in cash. Now, tingnan mo, kahit na sinasabi natin, long-term pa rin yung horizon niya, baga parang sa kotse, yan yung parang pinaka-shock absorber mo. So now, in terms of yung portfolio ni Maria at saka ni Juan, no? So, syempre, unang tatanungin natin dyan, what is their risk appetite? So, dahil wala pa silang masyadong experience, I will still employ yung diversification technique. But this time, yung equity portion niya, baka hindi ko pa pwedeng masyadong damihan. So, I'll most likely just provide about 15% of their investment in equities. Now, about 50%, dito na natin siya ilalagay sa bonds. The biggest advantage of bonds, it may not give you a very good return or a big return, but the advantage of bonds is it's fairly stable. Now, the rest, I'll probably have to put it in cash. Why cash? Melvin, bakit kailangan ng cash? Because remember, itong couple na to, bata pa lang sila, so may mga possible na emergency situations that they may need this cash. Okay, so the 35% that is left, that is like the cushion. Ito yung mga kukuhaan nila ng pera or sa mga daily expenses nila or syempre from time to time, if they will travel as a family, doon nila kukunin yun sa 35%. Let me just summarize. In creating your own investment, okay, yung mga consideration natin, number 1 is your risk appetite. Kaya mo ba mataas? Konting lugi lang, di mo na kaya. So what's your risk tolerance? Number 2, your time horizon. Do you need it now? Do you need it a year later? Hindi. Matagal pa. I need it 20 years from now pa. Last but not the least, your current resources. Kung nagsisimula ka pala sa buhay, then baka hindi mo pwede masyado inject sa risk. Pero kung medyo established ka na, then you can take more risk. Use diversification to your advantage. And use time to your advantage. So, we mentioned about bonds, we mentioned about stocks, we mentioned even about properties. Challenge is, Melvin, parang hindi ko yata kayang mag-invest. Paano ko malalaman what stock will I buy? Ito, gaano karami bibilin ko? Now, there's another tool that you can use. It's called pooled funds. When you talk about pooled funds, ginagawa natin dyan, pinagsasama natin lahat ng pera ninyo, and then, itong fund na to, siya ngayon ang mag-i-invest. So, marami tayong klaseng pooled funds, especially in the Philippines. So, the most common types are UITFs. UITF stands for Unit Investment Trust Funds. Most of the time, you can find this through banks. Now, there's another one. Ang tawag naman doon ay mutual funds. Okay, or MF. So, MF is another type of pooled funds. Very similar naman yung dalawang yan. Okay, ang pinaka-importante dyan is you have to check where is this invested. Okay? So, pwedeng naka-invest yan sa equities, pwedeng naka-invest yan sa bonds, pwedeng naka-invest yan sa REITs or sa properties. Or, possible din that it can be mixtures of different assets. So, pwedeng kalahati na sa equity, kalahati na sa bonds. So, we call it balance. Or, it can be what we call as multi-asset. Kahit na anong asset, pwede sa fund na yon. So, when you look for UITF, when you look for MF, make sure you understand where all of these are invested.